So I have some jailbreak customization tips and tricks for you guys today, and I'm going to show you guys how to do them. Some of these will be a little bit expensive and require a few limited, so just get ready for that. So first up here, if you equip the blade rim and you equip a radiant color that is either radiant ice or radiant orange, you'll end up with a nuke symbol, and the best looking one definitely is radiant orange. Radiant ice also looks good, but radiant yellow just looks kind of ass, so I definitely recommend using orange or ice. Same with green, it just doesn't really look good, and it just kind of makes your rim look really ugly. But that's how it looks with radiant orange, and this is how it looks with radiant ice. Honestly, it looks really cool, and I definitely recommend trying this out if you have either of these colors. Next up here, if you equip the try-on rims and you put Vanta Black on them, it'll kind of look like your rims are just black. It kind of looks like the rims have been deleted and just been replaced with a black circle, and honestly, it looks really cool. Especially if you're trying to make your vehicle something dark. If you use this and you make your body color like black or something, it'll look really cool in the dark. This is also kind of the cheap version of the void rims if you really want to own them and you don't already. And actually they go straight through the tires, so it makes them look much more realistic. Like the tires actually look like there's a black circle going straight through it, so it's really cool. Next up here we have a really helpful trick. So if you guys use the none option on some of the categories here, you will know what I'm talking about. But basically, if you're using like a body color and not a texture, so let me put a body color on that and let me turn off my texture now, and as you guys can see, it's just purple. If I go over here, since the texture is equipped on this, if I try putting on just the body color, it will not equip just the body color like I wanted it to. I'm not sure why this is, why it doesn't set it back to none since I've already selected none and I just customized the vehicle. I don't know if this was intentional biasing or bad to see or what, but it's really annoying, and honestly I just don't like hopping into vehicles and just having a texture that I don't want on it and like not being able to remove it. So if you want to know how to fix this, all you have to do when you hop into a vehicle with a texture on it and you don't want it on, all you have to do is you have to go in here, go to saves, and then load in your save, and then it will actually go to your save slot. Like if I take the texture off this now and I do all of that, I take off the texture, the tire, all of that stuff. Let me just take off the spoiler as well. If I go over here now, as you guys can see, I cannot add those on because obviously the texture and stuff is already enabled on this. Now I just have to go to saves and quickly load that in once I have the time to do that. If you're being chased by a cop, do not do that. That is extremely risky. But once you have the time, you will have to go into the garage, saves, and then load in your save slot like that. Now this next garage trick is really clever, and it will definitely save you in some situations. So for example, if you're playing with some friends and they start flexing on you like crazy or something, and you don't have something to flex back, you can do this trick and it will make them just regret what they said. Unless they have like a million torpedoes or something. In that case, then you probably can't save yourself from being flexed on. But anyway, if you have a friend that's flexing their torpedo, what you can do is you can hop in a car, and if you have none of the valuable items in Jailbreak, what you have to do is go to the mobile garage here, select all, and all you have to do is equip the most valuable items in the game, like checker, gold, spinner rims, all of that stuff. You can do that by clicking all and then equipping them. So I'm going to go ahead, put on the brick set rims, all of the most valuable stuff in the game. Now, as you guys can see, it looks like I own all of these things, but once I exit the garage, all of them are gone because obviously I don't own them. I do own the spinner rims though, so those will stay on, but other than that, everything else will be taken off, so you won't lose your save slot. Unfortunately, you can't leave the menu with those things equipped, that would be way too overpowered. But if you just want to quickly flex, you can do that quickly and you will not lose your customization. This works on all vehicles, everything in Jailbreak that can be customized. Next up here, if you want to go back to having no interiors on vehicles, all you have to do is turn your window tint all the way down to 20% and set everything else to a very, very dark color. For most players, that's going to be black, but if you own Vanta Black, I definitely recommend using that because that's what works best. Change the windows, all of that stuff to Vanta Black, and then all you'll see inside of the vehicle is only your character. And from far away, it looks like your vehicle has no interior at all. Like, look at this. If I spawn in a new vehicle like the snake and I do this, as you guys can see, it looks like it has no interior at all. And if you want to make it that little bit more realistic, all you have to do is go over to your avatar and make it a full black avatar. I also recommend turning down the size of your character all the way to the smallest size so you can fit the car as best as possible right there. Smallest avatar. You want to make the skin tone all black by going to advanced, all, and then pure black right there. That's how you can get the darkest tone of black. And if you want to get rid of that shirt there, you need to wear a deleted shirt. So if you have some deleted shirts in your inventory, just equip those and then you will not be seen as wearing a shirt. So just, yeah, equip a deleted one and you will be good. Now reset your character in game and you should respawn with a all black avatar. As you guys can see, it's all black. If I spawn in my Camaro again and I hop in it, it looks like it has absolutely no interior at all. The only thing that doesn't really work the best with this is your normal avatar and also looking at those screens in there. It looks the best from the front and from the side here like that, but otherwise it doesn't really look the best if you're looking like inside the interior because you will see those screens. But otherwise, if you really want to turn off the interior, this is a really, really good trick. Honestly, I'm not really sure why Asimo and BadCC doesn't just have an option to turn off the interior by itself, because obviously a lot of people don't really like the interiors because they cause lag, and they're also just not a lot of people like them. Like me personally, I like them, but I kind of prefer the old style because it wasn't as laggy and it also just looks better in my opinion. So I'm not really sure why that option isn't there for the OG people that don't want the interiors, but it's whatever. You can do this if you really, really want no interior. Yeah, that's pretty much all of the garage tricks that I have so far. I'm going to try to make a part 2 to this video if Asimo and BadCC introduce some more things to do with the garage, because at the moment there are very little tricks that I can find. There are a few more, but they're just not really worth mentioning. You'll probably find them out on your own pretty soon. But yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.